The gospel community is in shock tonight. Bishop Noel Jones, the world-renowned pastor, inspirational speaker, and leader of the City of Refuge Church, has been rushed to the ICU after a sudden collapse. For decades, Bishop Jones has been a voice of hope, faith, and transformation, touching millions through his sermons and television broadcasts. But now, he is facing a critical health battle, and his congregation, fans, and fellow ministers are rallying in prayer. In today's story, we'll share the details of what happened, his medical condition, and the powerful outpouring of love that's flooding in from around the world. Stay with us because this is more than just breaking news. This is about a man whose life's work has been lifting others, now in need of our prayers. Born in Spanish Town, Jamaica in January 1950, Noel Jones was the son of Bishop Robert and Marjorie Jones. His upbringing was steeped in faith and ministry from the very beginning. At the age of 19, he moved to the United States, where his calling to serve in the church became undeniable. In 1994, he became pastor of the Greater Bethany Community Church in Los Angeles, which later became known as the City of Refuge. Under his leadership, the church grew from a few hundred members to a congregation of more than 17,000. His sermons, known for their passion, intellect, and fire, have been televised around the world. Bishop Jones is also recognized as the brother of Grace Jones, the legendary singer and actress. A connection that surprised many fans but highlighted the talent and charisma in the Jones family. Over the years, Bishop Jones's influence extended beyond the pulpit. He appeared on the hit reality series Preachers of LA, authored books, and traveled globally to speak at conferences. But despite the public recognition, he has always been described as deeply connected to his congregation and committed to his mission, bringing people to faith. According to multiple sources within the church, the incident happened just days ago during a private meeting. Witnesses say Bishop Jones appeared slightly unsteady before suddenly collapsing. Emergency services were immediately called, and paramedics arrived within minutes. He was reportedly conscious when they reached him, but in visible distress. After a brief assessment, paramedics determined his condition required urgent hospital care. He was transported to a Los Angeles area hospital, where doctors admitted him directly to the intensive care unit. While the exact cause of the collapse has not been confirmed, some reports suggest it could be related to exhaustion or an underlying health condition. Bishop Jones has been open in the past about health struggles, including issues related to high blood pressure. His demanding schedule, preaching multiple services weekly, traveling extensively, and leading a large ministry, has often raised concerns among those close to him. This is not the first time the bishop's health has sparked concern. In previous years, he has spoken openly about the toll of ministry on the body and mind. In 2014, he took a brief sabbatical after experiencing severe fatigue. At the time, he told his congregation, "Even pastors need to rest. We cannot pour into others if our own vessel is empty." That break was short-lived, as he quickly returned to the pulpit, unwilling to step away from his calling for too long. Friends and fellow pastors have often encouraged him to slow down, but Bishop Jones is known for his tireless work ethic and his belief that the gospel cannot wait. This latest health crisis has reignited conversations about how spiritual leaders must also prioritize self-care, something Bishop Jones himself has preached about, even as he pushed himself to keep going. News of Bishop Jones's hospitalization spread quickly through the City of Refuge community. By the next morning, church members had organized prayer vigils both in person and online. His family has remained mostly private, but his sister Grace Jones released a short statement asking for continued prayers and respect for the family's privacy during this challenging time. Several well-known pastors, including Bishop T.D. Jakes and Dr. Jamal Bryant, have posted public prayers on social media, calling Bishop Jones a general in the faith and a warrior who has fought for souls his entire life. Across the globe, messages have been pouring in from congregations in Africa, Europe, the Caribbean, and the United States. Live-stream prayer events have been organized, with believers uniting to pray for Bishop Jones's recovery. The hashtag #PrayForBishopJones has trended on Twitter and Instagram, with thousands sharing favorite sermons, quotes, and personal testimonies of how his ministry has impacted their lives. As of the latest update, Bishop Jones remains in the ICU under close observation. Doctors are reportedly running a series of tests to determine the exact cause of his collapse and to stabilize his condition. Medical experts say recovery will depend on both the diagnosis and the speed at which treatment can address the root issue. For now, the focus remains on ensuring he is surrounded by medical care, family, and the prayers of those who love him. Bishop Noel Jones has spent more than half a century pouring his life into others, preaching the gospel, lifting up the broken, and inspiring hope. Now, the man who has stood at countless bedsides, praying for healing over others, finds himself in need of those same prayers. Regardless of faith or denomination, moments like this remind us that life is fragile, and that even the strongest among us sometimes need to lean on the strength of others. If you're watching this, we invite you to join the global prayer for Bishop Noel Jones. Share your messages of hope in the comments, and we will make sure they reach his family. For ongoing updates on his condition and other important news from the entertainment and faith community, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Our thoughts and prayers remain with Bishop Noel Jones, his family, and the entire City of Refuge congregation.